잠깐만, 얘들 어디 갔지? 다 죽었나? 아, 저 위에 있구나. 언제 갔냐, 얘들? 빠른데? 아,
Down they go. Libations on me, folks.
확실히 잘 녹는 느낌이 확 들긴 하네요. 구. 저긴 무슨 일이야? 오, 비켜. 뭐야? 길 막으라네?
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
약골.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already. Subtle work, Captain.
And
뭐씨, 놀래라. 내가 터진 줄 알았네. 한 방에 가는 줄 알았잖아. 근데 저 뭐라 해야 되지?
here's the elevator, but ain't gonna
저
budge while
모션?
this place is on lockdown.
액션?
Guess we keep moving
의미 없는 것
for
같은데.
another way up.
안 넣어도 될 것 같은데. 뭔가 폴아웃이나 스카이림이나 그런 맛이 안 나는데 전혀. 왜 안 먹었지? Hello. Hello.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom.
아니 그냥 딸 수 있잖아.
Hell of a job.
방금 얘기한 사람 만나는 장소는 아니네. 창고네 그냥. 위에 있나 본데? Hello.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide
다
by
잡고
drug.
왔습니다. 걱정하지 마세요.
And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging this
Nyoka.
stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, she hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple-berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. I see why Nyoka tolerates you. Fine, I'll do the talking. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you. You're here, and you're armed, aren't you? The feed's gone grainy, but it looks like you're packing deadly force. I know Nyoka is, for sure. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the
오,
Marauders out,
2배.
you double the going rate.
3배는 안 되나?
They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently. Aside from the bits I'll be paying you, I trade in secrets, valuable ones for my vocation. I'm sure you can come up with something you might like to ask me about in person once I'm safe.
오케이.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
나 이거야? 앞에 밖에 저기 있는 건가? 아이. 오휴.
We are victorious.
역시 전투 후엔 파밍이지. 많다 많아. 응? 뭐가 많은 걸까? 이거. 아, 뭐야? 산소 제거야? 아, 이렇게 하면 그냥 여기 다 싹 다 정리되는구나. 몰래
That's the last
와서,
of 'em, I think.
음, 어? 아니, 다른 것도 보고 싶은데.
That's the last of 'em, I think.
뭐야? 미친. 뭐 하는 거야? 이상한, 쓸데없는 글이 있어. Hello?
Ah, Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. Do hurry on it.
꼭대기는 뭐지? 그냥 밖에 나가는 건가? 아하, 이문이 이문이구나. 오케이. 별거 아니네. 하이라고 하기엔 정시 화장실. 야우, 야야야야야우. 압수.
Nicely done.
뭐지? 존나 망했어. 뭐 할 수 있는 건 아무것도 없네. 하이.
Linux, what do you think you're doing?
쉿.
Nothing to optically process.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but Seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration.
그렇지.
This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are
Why?
you here? If you insist. As I was telling you before, I am the premier broker for all of Monarch. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing Raptidons off your stoop.
You said that in a way that was almost believable.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. I was delayed by MSI and the Iconoclasts. The idiots were scrambling all transmissions to override each other's broadcasts. But as you've shut them down, I'm back in business. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments. You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose. Oh, apologies. You meant, right. Yes, I braved the wilderness, so you don't
뭐야,
have to.
물리적으로는 뭘로 이해를
I
한
really
거야?
ought to give you a raise. First, I never leave the tower. No exceptions. And twofold, this is a multi-person endeavor. I need to be here to key in the sequence to the tower's system when it resets, or the calibration will fail. Normally I'd beg Nyoka to do the honors, but it appears she's following your lead now. It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here. Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel will let you.
설마 하면서 또 웨이브 막는 것도 있나? 괜히 그럴 것 같기도 하고.
Have some Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me. Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you?
걔지?
Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes round one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck. Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will. There are so many members. Do specify. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the
알바
sort of
아니야. 빨리
information that gets a
알려줘봐.
body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me. If you try... Luckily for you, they are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know? Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never
그럴
be
것 같아.
reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights. I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes.
너 별거 다 했구나.
Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming.
악몽?
I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
진짜 그냥 브로커네.
You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership. Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet. Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern.
그렇긴 해.
Thus, the
지금도
bargain
그러고
was struck.
있지 않았나?
They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Luckily for you, I am a very... Not much, admittedly. I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either. Luckily... What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price. How low you see... How low... Give my regards to Phineas.
별걸 다 알고 있네. 안 자고 뭐해? 메이플 하고 있어? 글쎄 갔나 보네. 뭐야 이거? 다른 지역이잖아. 더 먹을 거 없나?
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We
들림,
are a
들림.
go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower. There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make you do anything you don't wish to. Look, I am well aware that
근데
at times
쉽잖아.
I may have the
그냥 가서
tiniest
이거
iota
움직이면
of
되네.
ability
이거 근데 왜 안
to
온다는 거야?
But I must admit, I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain. What in the void-blasted hell is that?
응? 어? 어디서 많이 보던 건데?
Black holes. Did you see that?
누구 함선이지?
Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me.
근데 난 가야 되잖아.
Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect saved me from swimmers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there? Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We
무기?
need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off. Ah, I see you learned nothing while dealing with these buffoons. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us
여기서
secure
선택해야
that
되나?
module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I am more than finished with you lot.
무슨 일이야? 더 얘기할 건 없나? Hello?
So... Yes, the one that crashed. I saw it on the security feed. A bit
왜
grainy,
추락했지?
but an
뭐에
invigorating
맞았나?
watch all the same. What about it?
누구에게 넘겨야 할까?
I fear it's a sad day when you've resorted to asking me.
꿈에서 그래 뭘 슬픈 날이야.
Sanjar's about as deadly as a spilled can of lead paint. If anyone's to aim a cannon at my face, I'd prefer it be him. But he'd never have the guts to defend Monarch if it came down to it.
그렇긴
Graham
해.
is as likely to bomb Monarch as he is to protect it, down to the last dying man, woman, and sistapig. As I'm not the one with access to the artillery cannon, I reckon the decision's ultimately up to you. Me? I'd end up blasting myself from the face of the planet, trying to disengage the target lock on the bloody thing. Thank you, but no. The board has a blockade of gunships that patrol Monarch. Not a ton, mind you, just enough to deter the masses. I am curious as to what downed it. A faulty part wouldn't be wholly unusual. The supply for new mechanics is
그러니까.
tight. Ugh, now I'll never sleep. Unsolved puzzles really torque my sprockets. If you find out what happened, sell me the info.
정보팜.
Is this? Next, you'll be asking me how I got the scar on my chin when I was 11.
난 됐어.
Good. I'm good too. I didn't really want to share, so thank you. I'm getting a headache behind my... Nyoka, pick me up some Stimulotion and a bottle of purple berry wine when you're next in Stellar Bay.
가자. 저걸 그럼 누구한테 줘야 되지? 그냥 없앨 수는 있나? 그냥은 못 없애나? 아야.
Only good marauder is a dead or dying.
Quiet again. Thanks for the easy payday, stranger. Maybe C3 ought to hire.
저기는? 내부 말고 다른 거 없나? 뭐야, 고기 다시 생겼어. 고기만 생겼네. 근데 왜 여기 웨이포인트가 청육장. 여기 이 행성 처음 오기 전에 여기부터 왔는데 이제 편히 갈 수 있겠구만. 지금 진짜 개고생했는데 여기 와가지고. 쉣. 이제 여유롭게 잡는다 이제.
This should be fun and dangerous.
헬로.
Down they go. Air test. Our survival.
돌아가야 돼.
Well done. We're still alive.